So we're going to be putting the intake manifold back on this motor here right now. That is pretty much the last stage of the build itself. Get it wiped clean, get all the glue off of it. I guess they put some kind of greasy type of glue sticker on top of it. Oh, they probably silicone this thing down. That's what happened. Just gonna try to wipe it off as much as we can. It's silicone anyway, so it's not gonna affect the. It's not gonna affect the intake manifold gaskets. All right, we want to make sure that we have all 8 of them inside here. And they're good to go. We should put new ones on, but they're pretty much already new. So we're just gonna go right like that. Sit down back down there. There's a couple of connectors in the back here that we need to get. All right. Get those connectors on there, and then you're gonna set that hose right back down in there. All right, first connector. There's 2 of them back here, so be very, very careful. Gotta kind of feel your way back here for this shit. All right, there goes one, and here goes the other one. Click, click, click. All right, so that's the 2 connectors. Want to make sure, check on the other side that we don't have anything out before we button this up. That we don't have anything out of place. Very careful, and it looks like we're pretty clear in the back. Everything is hooked up. All right, we're gonna be setting this intake manifold down. Let's set it down nice and easy. Get the injectors out of the way. Injector harnesses out of the way. Move it forward a little bit here. Right there. Perfect. There we go. Fits like a glove. 8mm. We should torque them down. I think they're like it's 10 Newton meters. But we're gonna try to see if we can raw dog this one. Gonna raw dog it down to the bottom. That way we don't waste too much time. We don't waste too much time with it. All right, let me just get a socket here. And they're 8mm, so here we go. Not much of an effort, you know? All right. All right. You gotta get the battery charged up too. Feeling my way. There's one last one down in the back over here. All right. That is pretty tight right there. Put this back on. Gets in there. Goes over here also. Loose socket and bolt. Yeah, like I said, we're going to be leaving the injector connectors off. That way we can, when we get ready to start it, we don't have any problems with the oil pressure building up, all at once. This goes back on there. That's the fuel line. That is all nice and hooked up. Uh-oh, we forgot one for the back, but we're gonna feel a way to find that. We'll feel our way in to be able to feel our way in the back there to get that on there. Might have to use my over the engine stand to gain access to the back. So we always have to check. That would have been the one that goes in the back of the engine right here. Gonna feel our way to get it. All right, I've got my hands on it. I just want to route this all the way in the back. Every so often you forget a couple of things, but at least we're not in such bad shape. We know where they are. All right, I'm on there. That is in. We're going to secure that onto this hose right here. Do the same thing over here. And the power booster hose that goes in the back of the intake is secured. That's what that was. Alrighty, just gonna leave off the injectors so we can get a good crank on it to be able to build up the oil pressure. All right.